Hello, everyone. Uh, my name is Charles, and welcome to my channel. I am going to stream my service that I'm creating, and hopefully, someone can find some value from it. And it is going to be a vibe coding channel. It's something that I wanted to do for a while, and I've been putting off. A little bit about me is I am a front-end developer, React, JavaScript developer. I've been laid off, made redundant last year, and since then I've been kind of looking for work, but I've also been just messing about on the computer, just playing around with AI, building my own apps, and so on. I'm not really a back-end guy, but I do find AI extremely interesting, and it's been opening the doors to systems and ideas and things that I haven't been able to dream about doing. So it is very exciting times um, for a developer, I guess for anyone, but uh, maybe a little bit scary as well because AI is going to take all our jobs. But no, really. So maybe I can tell you a little bit more about what I'm building. This is only like day two. I've already created like the bare bones of what I want to create, and I want to share it with you guys. Maybe you can tell me more about something similar that you've built. Maybe you can give me advice on things. Um, but yeah, I can tell you maybe more about it. Let me just share my screen here. F10. Wow, there we go. So, and sorry for the potato cam. I'll upgrade at some point if I care enough. Um, so it's called Apartment in a Box. Let me just get to my lovely flowchart here so I can tell you guys more about what it is. So what I plan on doing is it's going to be n8n. It's going to be at the core of this. I think there is a, a lot of opportunity for n8n for a very long time to come. It's also going to involve bots, so the openClaw bots, and the idea is that ultimately I would provide any business workflow solution end to end and deliver. So the bot is going to be the one taking the requirements, sending it to n8n. N8n is going to do the heavy lifting, and at the end of it, it's going to be magic. The user, the customer, is going to get what they wanted, hopefully. So obviously, I want to start narrow, and and it's vibe code as well. I don't know if I'll mention that, but it is strictly vibe coding as well. Um, Hopefully, my development background lends a helping hand throughout the process. But I'm fairly new to n8n. Um, Also, I want to narrow down the market as well. I want to niche down to um, lead hunting, a lead hunting service. Uh, for example, say client is a roofer and they're looking for contracts locally. My bot, maybe I should talk about my views on the openClaw bots, but I don't think they're all that intelligent at the moment. But I think for this use case they are. The bot would get um, and that will take us into the first box here. The bot will get the requirements from the customer in plain English text, parse them into effectively it's going to be a payload and send that into n8n as a webhook. So, for example, find me 5 roofers in Dallas, or where I am at the moment, which is Glasgow, but you know, for some reason, my AI thinks that I'm in Dallas. Then, yeah, he parses it, extracts key terms from it. So there will be a task.md file saved in the bot's file structure together with a JavaScript executable. The bot would trigger when the user is asking for certain things. In this case, my bot that I currently have is a multi-purpose bot, so you might get really confused, but ultimately it will be a bot specializing just in receiving requirements from customers. So it will be a skill.md that is very in detail, um, and will cover kind of all scenarios, all requests from customers, and then it will ask the customer for more information until it has sufficient information to be able to send that JavaScript object as a payload to n8n. What sends it is going to be that JavaScript script. It's like a script that Claude has written me, and it sends it over to n8n. Let's see. So there we go. That's the factory floor, and then there's a master router. So maybe that's a good time just to show you what it looks like. So let me see if this is the one. Yep. So this is sort of how it works. So the bot would send it in to the webhook, and it bounces around, and it chooses which sub workflow to jump into. So just to translate that, a big request is coming in. The customer has spoken to the bot. The bot parsed it into a massive JavaScript object, location, date, email, time, whatever, whatever, whatever. One big JavaScript object. The webhook here receives it. Then it splits it out to various tasks because ultimately, and this is just for future proofing, the customer might ask for, can you find me 5 roofers? Email them for me, and then save all the information to a spreadsheet or a database. So those are actually subtasks, and this node will split it out into various subtasks. Then it will loop over these tasks. The router, just to send them one at a time and not all at once. The router, um, as the name suggests, it will route each task to a sub workflow. So at the moment, I only have a scraping workflow for a very simple task just to get like a proof of concept out there. And there you go. This is the frag local scrape. So the master router establishes the fact that there's a task which is to scrape Google API, and that is the only task at the moment. And it execute this subtask, which is then effectively going into the SERP API, getting all the details, cleaning the results because there's a lot of garbage, and then that's it. There's a lot of more work to be done on this, but I kind of wanted to show what I'm doing at the moment. And let's see if I can share my Discord, because this is where I have my um, Claw bots or openClaw bots, but I call him the Claw bot father. So yesterday I gave it a try, and I said, I need you to find me five roofers in Dallas. Please trigger the n8n master router. So that actually managed to successfully um, get to the point where the master router was not actually made contact with n8n, which by the way, I've got n8n self-hosted as well. So it's great because it's open source, it's free, and if you self-host it as well, which is it's a great service. And if you self-host it, there's no restrictions on the service. So my bot actually went ahead and told me where the error was, and I think this was because that 404 on n8n was because I didn't have this published. So I kind of have to go and publish this, um, but I'm not sure why it's not published or how to publish it. It seems to be, yeah. Well, anyway, I'll figure that out. I'm sure AI can help me with that one as well. Um, but yeah, it wasn't able to get into the master router, so I've got to figure that out. But anyway, guys, I just wanted to show you kind of a little bit about, share about a bit more about me, um, a little bit more about the project that I'm trying to create. I don't know if it's too ambitious, but I think it is quite capable for Claude to do because it just has to write various scripts for the bot. I think bots, the openClaw bots at the moment, I see a lot of people on X are complaining the fact that they are a little bit dumb in quotes. Um, it requires a lot of maintenance, and I fully sympathize with that. I installed my bots on a headless server and two bots. I try to create a team, and I think you need to run them on a very good model, Opus 4.6, for them to be efficient. Otherwise, they get confused. The memory files get bloated. They forget to read things in the files. They forget to write things in the files. If they write things in the files, they might contradict themselves, so they don't edit intelligently. So things get really messy very quickly, or they might write the file in the root instead of the directory that you told them to write. So I think you need to run them on Opus 4.6, and maybe that is quite expensive. You can hit like easily £5 a day on that. So I think the prices for tokens will go down in the future. The inner mechanics of the bots will improve as time goes on in the future, but that is the future, and that is why I want to utilize bots, because the bot effectively will have its hands in n8n and it will speak to the customer. So the idea is the bot will know what's going on. If the customer is asking for an update, the bot would be able to respond accordingly. um, and be able to tell the customer, what is going on. I assume it's going to be a very quick execution to create the workflow. So it's not as if, the bot says, "Oh, sorry, we're still busy with this." I think it's going to be fairly quick, but the for customer service purposes, I think the bot would be very handy because the bot has a history and a knowledge of the workflows created for the customer. And I also have to say that I think not for a very long time, bots will be used to create these workflows themselves because people might argue and say, well, a bot can scrape. Why not just ask the bot to do everything for you? Well, the thing is, n8n is A, free, B, deterministic. What you put in, you know you're going to get something out. It's pretty quick as well. And why not? Why not ease the pressure off the bot just to be a middleman between the customer and n8n to handle things and then pass it over to n8n to do the heavy lifting. Maybe as bots get better and more intelligent in the future, I think they will be able to, on the fly, dynamically do at least part of the heavy lifting in the future. But anyway, thanks for listening to me. I hope I provided a little bit of value to some people. And I am actually really curious to know what you guys are building. And if you have any advice, please let me know. Until next time, see you later.